You've been there. It's 10:45 p.m. on a Tuesday. You're sitting in the front seat of a Ford F-150 in a Target parking lot. The music is low, maybe some SZA or Chris Stapleton, and there's this tension. It's thick enough to cut with a steak knife. You're talking about nothing. You're talking about the weird guy at the office or how overpriced gas is getting in Jersey. But in your head, you're screaming. You're wondering, do they feel what I feel? Or am I just the protagonist in a one-sided rom-com? Hey winners, welcome back to Easy Psych. Is your mind working for you or against you? Here, we give you the map to master your career, your relationships, and your own head. So if you're ready to take control, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications now. Let's get into it. They laugh at your jokes a little too long. They remember that random thing you said about hating cilantro 3 months ago, but they haven't said a word. Why? If the chemistry is there, why the silence? Today, we're peeling back the curtain on the American psyche. We're looking at the attachment theory, the fear of vulnerability, and the cultural cool that keeps millions of us from saying those 3 little words. Let's find out if they're actually hiding their feelings and why their brain is literally hardwired to keep them a secret. The emotional wall, the science of fear. In the US, we're raised on the bootstrap mentality. Be tough, be independent, don't be extra. This translates into our dating life as the Avoidant Attachment Style. According to Dr. Amir Levine, author of Attached, about 25% of the population is avoidant. For these people, intimacy feels like a loss of freedom. The deactivating strategy. When an avoidant person starts feeling the spark, their brain doesn't signal joy, it signals danger. The scenario: you're having a great time at a Sunday BBQ, you're vibing. Suddenly, the next day, they're cold. They take 6 hours to text back. The psychology: this is a deactivating strategy. Their brain is trying to dampen the intimacy to regain a sense of control. They aren't hiding their feelings because they don't like you, they're hiding them because they like you too much, and that feels like a threat to their autonomy. The micro cues. How to read the unspoken. If someone is hiding love, it's going to leak out. The human brain is a terrible liar. We look at 3 specific psychological markers: proximity, parroting, and protection. Number 1, the open torso rule. In social psychology, we look at where the ventral or front side of the body is pointing. If you're at a crowded bar in Chicago or a house party in Austin and they are talking to someone else, but their feet and chest are angled toward you, that's a subconscious ping. Their body is prioritizing you as the most important person in the room. Cognitive labor. Ask yourself, do they remember the boring stuff? If they remember your Starbucks order, venti cold brew 2 pumps of vanilla, or that your mom has a doctor's appointment on Thursday, that's cognitive labor. We don't spend mental energy on people we don't have feelings for. In the hustle culture, attention is our most valuable currency. If they're spending it on you, they're invested. The fear of the fall. The cost of vulnerability. Let's talk about Brené Brown. She's the queen of vulnerability research, and she argues that in American culture, we often equate vulnerability with weakness. Imagine you're at a high school football game or a professional networking event. You want to say, "I really value you," but then the what-ifs kick in. What if I look desperate? What if they don't say it back? What if this ruins the friendship? The cost-benefit analysis. Our brains perform a literal social exchange theory calculation. We weigh the reward, a relationship, against the cost, humiliation. For many, especially those who grew up in environments where emotions were dismissed, the cost of being rejected feels like a total ego death. Why ghosting and breadcrumbing are defense mechanisms. We've all been there. The "hey" text at 11 p.m., the breadcrumbing. From a psychological angle, Breadcrumbing, giving just enough attention to keep you interested, is often a sign of ambivalent attachment. These people are terrified of being alone, but also terrified of being found out. By hiding their true feelings behind casual vibes, they protect themselves from the all-in commitment. They're keeping you in the maybe zone, because the yes zone requires a level of honesty they aren't ready for. The testing phase. Sometimes people hide feelings as a test. It's called self-handicapping. They might mention an ex or talk about how busy they are with their new tech job in Silicon Valley. Subconsciously, they're looking to see how you react. If you get jealous, it proves you care. If you chase them, it validates them. It's a toxic cycle, but it's a very common way to scout for safety before revealing their heart. The story. The two high school best friends. Think about Sarah and Mike. Best friends since 10th grade in a small town in Ohio. Everyone knew Mike loved Sarah, but Mike never said it. Why? Because Mike's father told him that men provide, they don't complain. To Mike, feelings were a complaint. He showed his love by fixing her car, by helping her move to New York, by being the one she called when her heart was broken. He was hiding his feelings in plain sight through acts of service. Eventually, it took Sarah moving away for good for Mike to realize that hiding was actually losing. The psychology of regret often outweighs the psychology of fear, but usually only when it's almost too late. Conclusion: should you break the silence? So, are they hiding their true feelings? If they're showing up, remembering the small things and giving you their most precious resource, time, the answer is likely yes. But here's the hard truth. You cannot heal someone else's fear of vulnerability. If you're waiting for them to crack, you might be waiting forever. Sometimes the best thing you can do is be the pioneer. Take the risk, send the text, ask the question. Because on the other side of that fear is the connection you've been looking for. Have you ever been in that parking lot moment where you knew they loved you, but neither of you said it? What stopped you? Was it the fear of losing the friendship or something else? Drop your comment below. And if this video helped you understand that weird behavior from your crush or partner, hit that subscribe button and the bell icon. We're Easy Psyche, diving deep into the human mind every week right here. Thanks for watching. Go be brave today. I'll see you in the next one.